went to Mount Holyoke, then she went to Cambridge for her master's, came back, sent out letters to all the banks. She was very into development economics. That's what she majored in. She did not even get a reply from a single company. Daddy made 5 calls to the same people and she got interviews with the top people. And an incredibly qualified person, worked with Harvard lecturers in Boston when she was working there for a while, a Cambridge graduate.
A dream CV anybody would
a dream CV.
Yeah, I think what we've been going too much on the graduates. Let's go on to the companies now. Yes, they are also a problem.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. And she was so disillusioned. She came back because, her father is so big in the business circle. She said, I am so qualified. I can do it on my own. And she couldn't.
Well, do you think that the companies are structured enough to, facilitate good talent? Do they need to go through
come on, let's admit one thing, we say even a lot of times, even if we call up someone in a multinational and say, "Our good kid, will you see them?" The best, and that principled people will say, "Look, I'll push the CV forward.
Yes.
I'll get their foot in the door. If they are worth it, then it's up to them.
They need to work their way in.
They'll work their own way in. I can get their foot in the door." You still need to get their foot in the door.
What you've highlighted is a very big subject. We started off with the graduates because it is the individual's responsibility. That's the kind of mindset paradigm both
However,
of us are working.
We can look at the other side of the picture as well.
Yes, the other side, they have issues. And it's such a big issue, I don't think in the next 4 minutes we could justify that. And I'll just give you some top lines and then you could add to it.
Yeah, of course.
A, competency of the people that are already working. Getting people in who are more competent than they are. Fear of hiring somebody and making a wrong decision. Not really knowing what kind of performance do they expect from people. You have people, what to do with them? Do they have a management trainee program? You hire somebody, management trainee. Do you have a management trainee plan in place? What is the duration of that management trainee? You bring in interns. Yes, now we just said graduates need to go in for internship. Let's look at the other side. Do organizations how many organizations have an internship plan? Those who do, great. Those who don't, this is something you're creating handicap for yourself that you're not creating job opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to interrupt you here before you speak, Issa, because you have to go on a short commercial break. No, you have to stop.
Oh.
We have to go on a commercial break. Just hold the thought, don't lose it. Short break, please don't go too far. Welcome back. You can breathe now, Issa. Finally, you were going to make a point. You were going to make a point. And I have another point to add to this, by the way. Yes, Issa.
Are we still on?
Yes, we are on now.
Okay. I was saying that I firmly believe in this one thing that, Faraz was telling that hiring people, their fear of hiring excellent people and not managing well. Yes, I've read somewhere in one of those books, and it was very, enlightening for me that if you want to become a giant, you hire giants.
Yeah.
People, we need to work on our mindset within the companies also, that if we want to become a great company, we should hire the best from the industry.
Yeah. Employers are looking for basically the best of the best. The competition is getting tougher and tougher. More people are graduating these days, and if you look in the international environment, a lot of people have basically bachelor's degrees. So they're looking for people who have just more than just the basic education. They have other skills, they have certifications.
Maybe some of the lean management, the lean way of working is sometimes very successful also, where you hire the best from the industry. They do most of the job and they know it really well, and they have great ideas, and if you can facilitate them in the right direction, you can become a giant.
Pause here.
Yeah.
An enlightened entrepreneur, an enlightened leader is going to do that.
Yeah.
A skillpreneur may have this fear. Now, I don't want to say that everybody is like that, but these are just some top lines, as we said. This is
So there are a lot of areas, every areas need to be...
Okay, there's another problem.
Yeah.
And this has happened to people I know as well. They've come back from the States, or they're very good LUMs, IBA graduates.
Yeah.
They have applied at assistant manager levels at some of the multinationals and companies.
Why would somebody do that?
What's wrong?
No, I mean, no, but they have. I mean, in the sense कि एक तो होता है ना entry level.
Okay.
ठीक है. अब वो अगर बाहर से आए, तो क्या कहते हैं 2 साल काम करके आए, they've worked abroad for 2 years, or they've worked here and they've applied then to the multinationals as a management trainee, which is the one notch up.
ठीक है.
They have actually been told, sorry, you're too qualified. So, no, we don't need you. Now, bhai, not getting a job. I am choosing to apply for this job because you are a company I want to work for, and then you're told, no, sorry, you're overqualified.
Well,
either they're qualified, or maybe the other person who's on the other
that's just
end
the excuse.
actually wants to help you develop your career. He just feels that in my organization, someone so talented may be a misfit because we don't offer that kind of opportunity.
But then where does your argument go, na? That you have to be really talented? Comes back to that. And you said you have to be talented.
But that's the decision. Now that's the decision again, work and career. If the individual still says, I'm willing to go into it, speak, it's an interview. It's a two-way process. Go find out what is the reason. Why can't I? If the other person does say, generally
it's not that easy, Farhad.
It's not easy.
I mean,
That's why I said it's a whole
multinational,
show.
unless your uncle or your chacha or your mommy is working there, you can't really, nobody gives you the time that you call up and say, B, I've been applying for this job. Could I please have half an hour of your time? I'm really curious to learn. Why did I not get this opportunity? Why do you think I'm overqualified? Nobody's going to give you time unless somebody's passed the CV on. Or you're somebody's nephew ke bhai.
So let's take a helicopter view of the
aerial view
of the company and looking at the company's perspective, that if somebody is replying to a candidate that you're overqualified, so don't you think they are doing a favor to that student?
Because he's not getting the job.
He's not getting the job.
But I'm talking
However,
about a situation where there is a dearth of jobs. He is keen, he's enthusiastic, he wants to learn from that company. He can't get another job. So iska matlab hai he sits at home, right? Because he's overqualified. So that doesn't help either.
And if somebody has been working for a big multinational, maybe in States or somewhere else, and had an exposure working with a company like GE or something, and comes and apply over here,
IBM.
Somewhere over here, and they feel that this person is overqualified. So in one perspective, they are doing him a favor, because if they give him a very small menial job, he will not enjoy it, and he will not justify the job which that job description demands. So that's another perspective. It's a paradox we are in right now.
Yeah, we need to and again, as I said, it's such a complex subject.
We do have to wind up. Hurry up.
I don't know, 20 minutes would not necessarily help it. But what we really need to do is to understand, come out of the mindset that there are no jobs. Jobs are there if you're good. You just prove to the organization that you're worth it. They don't want to clone their people. I already have 3 people in my, let's say, sales department. I don't want to hire another 10. Show me that you're unique. Show me that you're different. Have the drive. I'm not giving you time. Come and ask me. I don't have the job as it is, right? So I can always be a pain to you. And why don't you want to give me a job?
So come and create.
I've already lost it, right? I've lost it. You tell me why have I lost? What did Bill Gates do? He went to organization to organization to the organization looking for a job. Who would, from an organization that would actually buy its
The problem is we need to stop quoting Bill Gates and we need to quote Steve Jobs.
Yes.
He's actually the person we need to quote.
But I'm
sorry.
He's been, getting very popular these days.
Yeah, I remember. I've been reading on him yesterday also.
CEO of a decade.
But he's been delivering. But look at the drive that person had. And I'll tell you,
And in his company, all the management rules fail. He is totally himself.
If you really want to go in for a job, if you know that you're talented and you're willing to put in the hard work and to prove yourself and to the person who's hiring you that you made the right decision, understand, no is a word that is to be used at your discretion. You want to say no to me, say no to me. But why?
Why?
I'll take it. Don't give me a job, but tell me why don't you want me? And that confidence, and go back with a smile, because if anything, the other person will give you feedback, as opposed to sitting at home, cribbing about it and then writing to people, there is no job in Pakistan.
So what you will call that, the no interview? Like the exit interviews or the no interview.
Yeah, but I don't have the job. If you're not giving me a sales,
that's the candidate who's asking.
These two are going to keep talking. Thank you so much for your time. Please email us at thefirstblast@dawnnews.tv. I have to say goodbye to you, gentlemen, but on the promise that you will come again. It has been great fun talking to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Together.
Thank you.
With that, Khuda Hafiz, and please watch us again soon.